On this episode of American Travelers, we take a tour with Hawaiian forest and trails to some beautiful waterfalls. Then check out the Captain Cook Monument. Next, we take you to some of the best beaches on the island and a visit to the Volcano National Park.
Traveling on a budget can be a challenge.
If we could do it,
anyone can do it.
we made it. Welcome to American Travelers.
I'm Carrie.
I'm Dave.
We travel the world looking for fun and new adventures.
Making friends along the way.
We are the cast and the crew and do all the filming ourselves, just the two of us.
Sometimes it's a real challenge, but we love it.
We've got a bunch of great stops to show you. Our purpose is to show awesome destinations and share our new adventures,
We'll give some tips on how to budget your trip.
along with some history and culture of each destination.
So come join us on American Travelers. We're on the big island of Hawaii. The locals call it Hawaii.
And Hawaii means breath, water, and God.
Today we're driving to Hilo. See those wild rams? They're everywhere. The road that goes through the center of the island is called the Saddle Road. And you climb to over 6,000 feet. Low visibility from fog or rain is very common.
As we get into Hilo, we're excited for our tour with Forest Trail Tours. Their office is located in a little shopping area right off the main highway. Harrison is our tour guide.
These trees are put in 1933 or started being planted in 1933.
Many celebrities came to this island and started this tradition.
This is our infamous Babe Ruth's banyan tree.
So I guess you would call it the Banyan Tree Hall of Fame.
We're stopping now to check out the Leo Kalani Gardens, but first we take in the ocean view of Hilo. Harrison points out,
Mokuola, which is Coconut Island.
Coconut Island and this parking lot are all part of the gardens, and it's a great place for travelers to take some photos. The Asian-influenced architecture is really breathtaking in person. This is all part of the tour, and we would recommend coming here to soak up the spiritual calmness of this area. We kind of go everywhere, so we're having a lot of fun.
Hawaii has 11 of the 13 climate zones.
Did he say 11 of the 13 climate zones? I guess that would mean it would be snowing on Mauna Loa and hotter than HE double hockey sticks at the beach.
not all tour companies on the island have access to the waterfalls we're seeing today. We're traveling up this small tree-lined road and it is so beautiful.
So how many waterfalls do you think are on the Big Island? Is it 5, 13, or 70? You guessed it, 13.
Heart of palm. This is remnant sugarcane. They got
That's sugarcane.
Yeah, sugarcane there. They do plant that for juice. Yeah, they juice it. Tea leaves, citrus, and coffee here.
And of course, he's showing us macadamia nut trees. We just had to stop and check it out.
Macadamia nut in its natural state. Hey, look at Dave. There's a young one right here.
They harvest these nuts by hand. They look for them on the ground and they come through and they pick these all up. So this is how we used to do this when we were kids, yeah? We'd go in a mac nut field, walk around, find some stones, grab some nuts, and we got a free snack.
Oh, nice. Heading on, we see a lot of beautiful farm country. As we say in the biz, great eye candy. So they squeeze oil out of those beans, and this is called the palm what?
Palm oil.
Palm oil. And then what's this out in the field here?
Cacao.
Cacao. And what is cacao?
They make cocoa, chocolate.
Harrison is taking us to our first waterfall on some private property, which is located at Lenny's place. Just imagine owning your own waterfall.
Aloha, I'm Harrison with Hawaii Forest and Trails, and I'm taking Dave and Carrie to Kulaniapia Falls.
We break out the drone for some awesome footage of the falls. Well, just happened to catch a rainbow in the shot. The one thing that we found is that we saw a lot of rainbows while on our trip. We're doing the waterfall. Yeah, this is one of the most beautiful waterfalls we've ever seen. So we're going to use the big camera.
Oh, I think Dave is a little over the top excited about this.
Just happens Lenny's place is a B&B called the Inn at Kulaniapia Falls. So on your next trip, you may want to look them up and book a room. Now that's living the dream.
And now, on to another waterfall.
Harrison brought us to the Keimu Kanaka Falls.
Here at Hawaii Forest and Trails, we have customized tours. At this location here, we got a helicopter comes, takes you on a helicopter tour, drops you off here, and we pick you up at this gazebo.
Well, let's do one more with a little more smile.
We offer custom tours too.
Okay, we're back on the road to yet another waterfall. And this is one of the most famous on the island and open to the public. We just happen to be on a private farm across from the public side of the falls.
My name is Ala Amoy Keolanui, and we are at Rainbow Falls. And I am a part of Oki Farms. Oki Farms, we were established in the early 2000s, and we're a tree crop farm, meaning mac nuts, coffee, citrus, tropical fruits, hearts of palm, cacao, macadamia nuts. What we do is, when it's time to harvest, the nuts actually drop from the tree. After they drop from the tree, our pickers pick them one by one and fill the 5-gallon buckets. So I have these for the guests, okay? And so what we're gonna do is we're gonna get a chance to open them. Okay, there we go. And here's your beautiful piece of 100% Hawaiian macadamia nuts. So right here we have some hearts of palm, or the scientific name is peach palm. Yum. Up next we have longan, which is a tropical fruit. It's along the lines with the lychee and rambutan, and then inside there's a seed in the middle, okay? So you want to be careful. Longan, to me, it has more like a melon taste.
I would like to thank Ala Mui, oh, you know I can't pronounce the rest of her name, for treating us to her nuts and fruits.
We had an amazing time with Hawaiian Forest Trails Tour Company. Harrison was great.
Oh. Thanks for watching. On to our next adventure. Coming up, we show you Hanu Kai, our amazing bed and breakfast, then take you to some of the best beaches on the island.
When possible, try to book your vacation when school is in session and not during school breaks. And to save some money, avoid holidays.
We're always asked, what's the best day to book a trip? Used to be on a Tuesday, but today, weekends have the best rate. We're staying at the beautiful Hanu Kai.
A bed and breakfast nestled in the hills above Kona.
When we enter through the gate, a sudden feeling of calm takes hold, and we know we're in for a real treat.
A lot of greenery is so inviting. They even have tiki torches lighting the way at night.
When we get to the entrance, we're so excited to meet Wendy and Dave, who own this beautiful bed and breakfast.
Aloha, you're at Hanu Kai Bed and Breakfast here on the big island of Hawaii in the Kailua Kona west side. We're up at 1,000-foot level. We're in the tropical jungle area that's very green and peaceful and very relaxing.
Wendy and Dave have 4 well-appointed rooms here and a beautiful condo available on the Kahalo coast.
Upstairs, follow me.
And what room are we in?
Here we are, the Mahina room. Wow, this is so nice. The attention to detail is amazing.
Our bed is so comfortable and the bath towels are nice and fluffy. In the morning, we have a tasty breakfast with the other guests. And one nice thing is everyone's name is on the fridge, so you don't have egg on your face trying to remember a name.
The sculptures here are so cool, something to look at in every direction. They also thought of their guests having lunch or dinner, as they provide everything you need to cook with. Very well thought out about taking care of their guests during their stay, and fresh coffee and tea at will.
Everybody gets their own shelf in our refrigerator that matches up to your room. So if you're in the Nagori room, this is your shelf. Hi, so you're in our Nagori room, a romantic garden view room with a very Asian, Zen, quiet feel to it.
The Nagori room is perfect for honeymooners or that couple's romantic getaway. The room is tucked away off to the side and very private. Plenty of space to chase your sweetie around the room.
And the neat surprise that comes with this room is that you have your own private koi pond right off your deck.
As you look around the property, a lot of really nice yard decorations. Oh wait, is that a sleeping cat? Go figure. Well, the vibe around here is just relax and forget about things.
I have to say, you can't go 2 feet without seeing something fun and interesting. Frogs, cats, wahine. Ooh, that's woman in California talk. Buddha, happy Buddhas, even a kangaroo from Wendy's Australian childhood.
And this is our Lani room, up in the treetops.
The Lani room is so peaceful and has a view of the treetops through the 2 corner windows, a spacious bathroom, and the really nice feature is that the double doors open up to a private deck that overlooks the property.
And so this room is our Malahale bungalow, our garden house.
The Malahali bungalow has a full kitchen, and the garden-like setting is tranquil, and what's great is the spa is only footsteps away.
The entrance of our property is a lava tube that's a very sacred area, and our guests are welcomed as they come through.
One of the guests, Karen from Germany, invited Iulani Stephanie to come and bless these sacred grounds.
So this is a Leila E, and this is Kupe'e. Now people like me, we are able to wear it, which are people that's perpetuating our Hawaiian culture.
All the dust is spread over the leaves, and that will be offered to the gods at the sacred lava tube.
Here we offer a hot gourmet breakfast every single day.
Day 1, we're having Wendy's macadamia nut French toast and a scrumptious fruit plate.
Day 2, another beautiful fruit cup with strawberry yogurt and nuts. Then a banana rum waffle with cinnamon and rum. Day 3,
We're having a local fruit called Chico and Dave's lava tube crepes made with ham, cream cheese, and fresh basil.
Day 4, if you're out on the road early, they provide a breakfast to go, and it's called the McDave. Day 5, and our last day here, we try Wendy's potato bacon breakfast bake.
What do you think?
Delicious.
Here's looking at you, kid. Or is it really, here's looking at that awesome breakfast?
Our stay here at Hanu Kai was so relaxing. We made some wonderful friends, and Dave and Wendy couldn't be any more accommodating.
If you're looking for aloha on the Big Island, we would recommend visiting Hanu Kai B&B.
If your plans are flexible, like retailers, most hotels and airlines will slash their prices at the last moment to sell off what they call distressed inventory, so you can sign up for last-minute alerts with them.
We're at the Captain Cook's Monument, located at Kealakeua Bay, south of Kona.
It's about an hour to hike out to the monument. Captain Cook was the first documented European who arrived in January of 1779.
After a theft of one of his smaller boats from a native, there was a skirmish and his demise. We enjoy watching these critters make a break for it.
Maybe Captain Cook should have made an escape like these guys.
We loved having a Jeep on our trip. You know, we're always traveling to some out-of-the-way places, just like here on the Big Island. And our Jeep rides pretty nice on the pavement too, but it really shines when we're going off-road. And the best thing about it, it's really fun to drive. I can't wait to get Carrie out of the driver's seat. Hey, my turn. Come on, Carrie. On each episode, we'll visit the must-see attractions, but find some of those out-of-the-way hidden gems. Coming up, we take you to some of the best beaches on the island. Next, we stop by a local art store and learn about Hawaiian culture. Then a trek to the breathtaking Waipio Valley. Time to check out some of the beaches on the Big Island. Boogie boarding is one of the most popular things to do on this beach.
Since lava is at the coastline, you have to be really careful not to get cut up when getting close to the shore.
These boarders look like they're having the times of their lives.
Next, we travel to Hepuna Beach, one of the few beaches on the island with white sand.
Just a great place to come and swim or to learn how to boogie board. We did just that and spent most of our day hanging out here.
We brought our lunch, and this was the perfect place to do some people watching.
Our next quest was to hit the beach at the Four Seasons Resort.
They welcome you even if you're not staying at the resort.
Looks like another amazing beach here on the Big Island. It's a good idea to back up your passport information with an online backup service. Websites like iDrive, CrashPlan, and SOS are recommended by PC Magazine.
And always put your name and phone number inside your luggage in case it gets lost.
Today, we're taking off to see Waipio Valley, one of the most beautiful valleys on the Big Island.
On our way, we stop a few times to see some really cool beach homes.
And Carrie has a fascination with old churches. This church is from the 19th century and was built in 1852.
It's one of the only two-stone churches that has survived on the island from that time.
The gravesites are well preserved, and you could tell they are visited by their loved ones.
Our next stop on the way is a village called Hanu Kai, which is near Waipio Valley.
We even got to sample a little sounds of a street artist when passing through.
Just a short drive, and we arrived to find out that you must have a 4-wheel drive to make it down to the bottom of the valley.
They only allow one vehicle down at a time, so you have to wait until someone comes up as the road is very steep and narrow.
Wagon tours and horseback is another option. We decided to take some photos from the lookout.
This is a must-see when coming to the Big Island.
My name is Liki. Aloha. Because of the materials, it already became a lost art here in Hawaii. This is my way of preserving them through my art here. Right. Yeah, so my uncle, he's the one who passed down the art to me when I was about 9 years old. Yeah, so I hand-drawn every single art pieces in this shop here. And so I had to memorize all the different animals and what they symbolizes of, all the patterns and each of their meanings. And my mom, on the other hand, she's the one who taught me all the weaving, the braiding, the crafting, because she believed that whoever's going to preserve the cultures here has to know everything. Yeah, so.
Absolutely.
Mama's right.
That's a big responsibility.
Yeah. So I built the frames here, I did all the weaving, and I crafted together there, and then I do the drawings. But most importantly, like I said to my mom, is to make sure I sign and date every single one of them. Yeah. Yeah, like the turtles. The turtles, it symbolizes good luck, long life, prosperity, and also protection. When you have two turtles, it's a bond of love, cultures, friendship. 3 turtles or more, 4, it represents families. Because as Hawaiian believe that seahorses and their purpose in life is that they come together every day and they gather all the souls of those they lost their lives in the ocean, and they will take them to the underworlds and they give them a safe passage back home. The symbol on the back of the manta rays there, in Hawaiian we call it manualea. Manualea is a dream catcher. Oh. Yeah, so that's what that symbol is here. And above the manualea we call it uhi. And these plants right there, uhi is the plants that we used to chase bad spirits with and also diagnose somebody that's supposedly possessed. So in this case right here, anytime when the manualea catches something negative, the uhi is going to cure it.
Coming up, we head out to the Volcano National Park. Next, we learn about the history of the lei necklace. Then we visit the small village of Kahala. It's a good idea to get travel insurance. So look for a company that will reimburse you later if you have to pay cash or credit for services on the spot.
Welcome to Volcano National Park.
We're starting our tour at the Volcano House located at the park entrance. In 1846, the original Volcano House was a simple one-room shelter made from grass and wood. What we're seeing now was built in 1941 and renovated in 2012.
The Volcano House has a gift shop, restaurant, and even an art center. When walking outside, you see an awesome view of the Kilauea volcano.
After our tour at the Volcano House, we drive to the volcano for a closer look. Today, we just happened to see a double rainbow.
You can see the volcano is not very active, but it can be at times. Visitors aren't allowed to hike to the volcano. Scientists are the only people that can actually get close to the edge.
Next, we drive through these really cool lava fields down to the ocean.
One thing we noticed, it's really windy, so we made the best of it.
You know, if you really think about it, where can you see anything like this? Driving around in all these volcano fields kind of reminds me of driving around in a big barbecue.
Looks like Dave must be getting hungry.
She's right. So we have a couple more stops before lunch.
We're stopping at the Puhimo crater and driving to Luamana.
You know, they say we're at the Volcanic National Park, but I'm wondering if aliens landed here, because that looks like the moon to me.
Found a lava tube.
Well, maybe a baby lava tube. For now, we're signing off from the Volcano National Park on the Big Island of Hawaii.
They make the leis out of these flowers and they string them like this. So one on top of the other.
Leis were introduced to the Hawaiian Islands by the early Polynesians from Tahiti. It's common to see leis made from flowers like these, along with seashells, feathers, and even animal bones. There are very few rules when it comes to wearing a lei. A lei is a welcoming gesture and should never be refused. And it's considered rude to take off your lei in the presence of the person who gave it to you. Here's an interesting fact. In the early 1900s, when visitors left Oahu, they would throw in their lei to the sea as they passed Diamond Head in hopes that they would return to the island someday. We're traveling to the most northern part of the Big Island, and what do we see? A statue of King Kamehameha. This statue is located in Kapua, which is the birthplace of King Kamehameha.
Just stopped in a little Hawaiian village called Kahola, and we're going to have some lunch and check it out.
This quaint little village is just what you'd expect to find in Hawaii.
A much different look than in Kona or the southern part of the Big Island.
Looks like there are many shops and places to eat here.
We picked Kohala's coffee mill for a light lunch.
After lunch, we stopped by one of the local shops that sells a variety of wood bowls.
The shop owner said many of these bowls were made out of local woods like koa, mango, macadamia, and sandalwood.
I would imagine that it would take a long time to carve one of these, so the price is fairly expensive, but well worth it.
In our case, we enjoyed seeing all the different bowls and how the wood grain was so different on each one. Next, we're heading to Waipio Valley Lookout.
Did you know this is the only place in the world where there's 11 different climates on one island? And this is a good example. The north coast is very rainy and wet, just like the Hilo side of the island.
And here we are at Waipio Valley.
We had an amazing time here on the Big Island.
And we're taking home the aloha spirit.
Thanks for watching American Travelers. See, when you don't have a film crew, these are the kind of things you have to do, like a lot of hiking.